getting to, oh my gosh, how many teams are there that Arch would come out for?
Well, I think your bigger point is the 4 teams that could possibly draft him all have a Manning connection. Eli knows the owner of the Giants. Obviously, Peyton knows Irsay's daughters. The Saints and Arch, it's like literally if Roger Goodell had to root for anything, it would be Arch to the Saints.
So what's the connection to the Cowboys then?
And you have talked about the connections.
No, Jimmy Sexton, Nick Saban, Haslam, the Mannings. Remember, Peyton went to school at Tennessee. Who's the biggest booster of Tennessee? I think Haslam's probably 1 or 2. So it's just interesting that all the Manning connections are the top 5 teams that will probably be drafting Arch Manning, and my guess is one of them will feel like a really good landing spot.
Yeah, can you imagine how devastated New Orleans would be if Arch said, I'm not coming out, and the city that he knows great is left holding the bag with no Arch Manning?
Okay, you missed it, okay, because, if there's a story out there, you're going to put the Cowboys in it. So the first team, they said, if New Orleans ended up being awful because of the connection with Archie Manning, being with New Orleans, would Arch Manning leave early? Of course. Number 2, they said the Colts. Anthony Richardson stays injured, and they end up staking in there right there at the number 2 spot. Would they, or in the spot to be able to pick him, would he come out for the Colts? Absolutely. Number 3, they had the Dallas Cowboys. Well, and here's where it's kind of crazy, because they try to connect all the dots where there's some kind of lineage there. They never had a coverage for the Cowboys. Didn't have a coverage for the Cowboys. Of course, they went to the New York Giants. Of course, Eli, being that he was at. Of course, the Cowboys have Dak Prescott. And even without Dak Prescott last year, they won 7 games. Okay? They won 7 games. How do you think the Cowboys would be in a position to, if Arch Manning were to leave early? It's because he had such a great season that he knows that he'd be a top 5 pick. How do you propose that the Cowboys get there? Oh, I know where it'll come in. Let me connect the dots. The Dallas Cowboys will trade Micah Parsons to get more draft capital along with their pick to be able to move up to get Arch Manning. I can't believe, I guess that'll be the next segment that comes up, because that's the kind of bullshit that we always get. No matter what the story is, Cowboys always get inserted. Always. Even though Dak Prescott is locked in for this year, next year, and maybe you could let him go the year after that. I don't know why I'm complaining. This is exactly what Jerry Jones wants. And I'm going to say, here's what I'm going to say. It all makes sense now. It seems like there's clarity on everything because of Jerry Jones's words, where he loves controversy. I love controversy. He said before in the past, I like to stir shit up, okay? And see, the thing is when we listen to an old person and we just kind of say, it's just, okay, that's just Jerry speaking, all that. No, he actually means these things. He means that he loves controversy. He loves to stir shit up. He loves to get under people's skin. And this is where you understand that it's not about Micah Parsons. It's not about his ability. It's not about the money. What it's about is Jerry Jones getting his rocks off on the controversy that everybody's talking. And you can look at this and say, here's the real reason why Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. By far. By far. Because typically, you saw what happened. Max Crosby got his at 36, 35 million. The Myles Garrett jumped up. And now you see, incrementally, $500,000 here, $500,000 there. The Cowboys leapfrogged everybody. And I mean everybody to pay Dak. It goes from 55 to 60. Because I think he actually likes the fact that there's that bullseye on Dak Prescott's back. Because all the talking heads have this, well, he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Is that what you're getting from the highest paid in the NFL? Dak Prescott, is he overpaid? He can constantly say things like, we're only going to go as far as Dak takes us. Well, I paid Dak Prescott, and so I would have never thought that we weren't going to be like in the Super Bowl and all this stuff. He does these things only to get shit stirred up, which in turn makes him and the Dallas Cowboys relevant. We're a freaking Jerry Springer show. That's all we really are. And winning, tell you what, I think in Jerry's mind, winning is overrated. He's basically said, they're tuning in to see us lose. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, people are still watching. And I think that's all he cares, is that people are still watching. No matter what. It's not about winning, y'all. It's not. It's all about Jerry Jones's ego and how everybody is following what happens with the Cowboys. And the worse it is, the more excited he gets about it. Everybody keeps saying, oh my God, it was 11 days ago that Micah Parsons asked for a trade and there's been no talks. Jerry Jones is loving every minute of it. Every single minute of it. He eats it up and makes more money from it. So there you have it, people. There you have it. Arch Manning to the Cowboys. There you have it. You heard it from the cow turd. And Jerry Jones, he all does it for clicks and giggles. I don't know what else to tell you, y'all. It's right there. It's right there. He's not hiding it. He's telling you in plain sight, I do this shit for kicks and clicks. Have a good day, good people. And I'm on the road again.